Good morning, you're listening to FloorDaily.net, and I'm Kemp Harr. I'm in Germany, in Hanover, at Domotex, and I'm with a member of the board of directors with Deutsche Messe, Andreas Gruchow. How you doing?
Everything's fine. Nice meeting you again.
It's been several years since we've talked. I did want to quickly spend some time with you and just talk a little bit about the world flooring business. You have now been associated with Domotex, the largest floor covering show, for about 20 years now, right?
Yeah. The first Domotex we had in Hanover in the year 1989, and it's an annual event. We just had our anniversary. We started, beside Domotex Hanover I just mentioned, we started with Domotex Asia in 2001 in Shanghai, which has been established now as the second largest event for any kind of floor covering nowadays. And recent years we also started with the Domotex Russia in Moscow, and also a Domotex Middle East. First we started in Dubai, but some years ago we moved to Turkey.
Mm-hmm. But this German show is the oldest, and it's still the mothership, right?
It is, you're right. Mm-hmm. You have in each industry one worldwide leading event, and for the flooring industry that's Domotex Hanover. This year's event, for example, it has 1,350 exhibitors, covering 90,000 square meters net, which is gross like 160,000 square meters, and we are going to expect some 40,000 visitors, something like that.
So what do you think the secret is behind Hanover and why it's been the world's leading floor covering show for over 20 years?
I would like to mention several reasons for. First of all, let's say history-driven anyhow, because it has been always the biggest event in the flooring industry for many, many years. But this is not a success which is forgiven, because we constantly improved Domotex. We always enlarged our product portfolio, covering any type of floor covering. It started just with textiles, carpets and rugs. Of course, it covers the whole production of laminate, parquet, vinyl flooring, the design tiles, etc., etc. One more thing, it's not just a place to sell products, because Domotex is something like the place to be, to look for the latest trends, latest designs. And we have so many forums and awards because we would like to support the industry. We would like to help industry to exchange information also about production, laying all these different flooring types, etc., etc. So that's the place to be, to collect information, to look for latest trends, maybe to start cooperation with other companies, and of course to sell products. Yeah, that's for sure.
Yeah. If I can mirror what you just said, potentially one of the reasons that Domotex is so successful is because you're actually passionate about the growth of the industry, right?
Yes, and definitely we feel, despite the fact being an exhibition organizer, we feel as being part of that industry, because everything we do with Domotex should help the industry itself. Our goal is to have a very strong flooring industry. This includes exhibitors, producers, as well as the visitors, of course. And if we have a maximum success on both sides, exhibitors and visitors, and also the media we include, and also the associations, this is for the benefit of that industry, the flooring industry, which at least also helps the success of Domotex. So it's like all one circle moving around, and we are part of it, and we try to sustain and to support that industry.
Well, I've got to hand it to you just to give us some examples of what you do here. You have, I think it's in Hall 6, a whole innovation area where you've got judges to go around and pick the products that are the most innovative, and so you can go in one area and see those products. In another hall, you have a contract area, which is the commercial side of the business, and you have architects there that are interacting with providers. Then in another hall, you have a focus on wood flooring, and you've got major companies there. So you continue to evolve this show and have special things so that when you come year after year, there are different things to see, right?
Yeah, you got it. You got the point, because there couldn't be just one center for the flooring industry where you display latest products or so. That's what we tried to achieve many, many years ago. But we realized for many years right now that all the different types, products of flooring have very specific, different producers and, of course, consumers or, let's say, visitors, because maybe some visitors always interested in the rugs and carpet section, they never stepped into a hall for laminate and parquet, of course, and other way around. So you have many different worlds here on Domotex, and that's why you must have very specific, dedicated to the certain needs, specific needs of that industry. You must have different special presentations, different forums, different awards, etc. That's why there's a world of rugs, there's a world of laminate or parquet, there's a world of modern machine-made rugs. We have one hall full of action for all techniques you need for laying these different products. You must focus towards the very individual, specific needs of that type of flooring.
I interview the American companies that come here every year, and I ask them why they come here, and certainly the answer is not to meet with people in Germany that can sell our product. They come here because this is the one place they can meet with people from every continent to talk about a trade arrangement.
Yeah, you're right. Domotex in Hanover, this is our most international show exhibitor-wise. I approximately would like to say maybe we have 80% exhibitors coming from abroad. And visitor-wise, we have by far more than 50% coming from abroad. It's the only show where we do acquisition for visitors worldwide. Many organizers call their show international because maybe they have some exhibitors from abroad, but that's not enough. The main question to make a difference is, where do the visitors come from? Because it's a very cost-intensive and very long-term strategy focused to attract international visitors from all over the world. Deutsche Messe, we have 10 subsidiaries in the world, like one in the US and others, and we are represented in more than 100 countries, and all of them trying to attract visitors coming to Domotex Hanover. That's why it's so unique.
Mm-hmm. You know, there are a lot of styling differences when you travel the world when it comes to what flooring looks like, and certainly when you come here, there are some stylings that wouldn't work in one country that's been focused for a certain market, but the way things are made and the equipment manufacturers and all the different facets of flooring, this is the one place to come to see all that, right?
You're right. Here you have the most international collection of different designs, trends, and we just spoke about the Domotex shows we do abroad, like the one in China, in Turkey, or in Russia. There you have the more regional aspects of designs, of techniques. These shows cover more the regional designs, tastes, but the most international collection of different designs you will find in Domotex Hanover, that's for sure.
And you feel like the success of this show this year is in keeping with what you've had in the past, right?
Yeah, it's a very big Domotex once again here in Hanover, very stable, and we are awaiting somehow like 40,000 visitors. First 2 days of shows running very well, so I think it will meet expectation. And I hope, of course, it will meet exhibitors' expectation and visitors' expectations, because if the customers are satisfied, then we are satisfied.
That's right. And I have talked to some people that are at the show, and they seem to be happy with what they're seeing this year. So I appreciate you spending time with me. Again, been talking to Andreas Gruchow, who is the member of the board with Deutsche Messe, and you've been listening to Kemp Harr and FloorDaily.net.